rideshare reseller. It is day whatever of this coronavirus. I'm lost track. This could be 2 weeks. I really don't know when I stop doing everything. But anyhow, back to show you 10 more items and to show you where I am on my last 31 days. I just finished my video for my 1 full year. And I will show you just kind of where I'm at, so if you can kind of compare, see where you're at in this last basically 2-3 weeks. You know, I've been pretty darn amazed at how well I have done in this period. I haven't really listed much except for the t-shirts, which are almost done back there. And I've been doing some other things. You can see a wooden flag right there. That is kind of just something I have done one in the past, and I started to do this one, and I got another one going. So kind of fun, keeps me occupied. I think it's important that, hey, during this time, try to find a few things that you can do besides just eBay. Get out and do something different for a couple of hours. That's what I'm trying to do. Pace yourself. That's key. I mean, I could really go through these flags pretty quickly, so I'm just taking my time. Slowly, one day do one thing, so forth. Spread out your time so you feel like you're busy. I know a lot of people are sleeping in. That's probably taking quite a bit of the day because there's not a whole lot to do, you know. So why not sleep in for a little bit and then start the day and get this thing going? You know, we've got another 28, 29 days of this, and we've got to figure out how to keep going. Some other things that I've done is I've used my Nextdoor app, and I picked up this little guy. It's a DK Oculus kit, and that was on Nextdoor, and I got that for like $25. And the comps on that are showing about anywhere from $125 to $150. Easy handoff, you know, money didn't have to exchange, close contact, all that kind of stuff, doing whatever we can there. Then I picked up this guy. It's a little bigger. So I picked this guy up. It's a nice little iMac there. iMac. And I got that for free. And I put another ad up for free electronics. And she said, hey, take it. Not sure if she could boot it up properly, but still, I can sell that. That will sell online. You know, maybe $100, maybe $75, but free to $75, I'll take it. So, you know, a couple of things like that, just trying to keep things flowing. I figure if I can try and get one item a day, you know, that's a goal. It's not much, you know, one item a day somehow without getting out too far, you know, where I have to exchange it just on the ground, that kind of thing. Hopefully that can get me a few things here and there. Those 2 items right there might net me, you know, $150, $160 worth of profit. Not bad for, you know, basically a $25 investment for the 2 of them, one free and one $25. All right, so let's get into what has sold and what I have done in the last 31 days. Let's take a look here. All right. The last 31 days, you can see, is 13,367. For me, I believe that's my busiest 31-day period. Who would have thought that, right? During all this, but people are at home shopping. They don't know what to do with their time, so they're looking for some things to do, right? I wish I had a lot of games because I think games are doing really well, stuff like that. So 13,367 for the 31 days and 31,142 for the 90 days. So not too bad considering that my January, February, March were pretty slow, nothing great, up 61%. All right, let's now take a look at some items that I've sold in the past here. All right, up first are a set of the Lord of the Rings Hobbit bookends. And I'm pretty sure I got these at Savers and didn't pay more than $7 to $10 for them. Sold $45 and the shipping was $15.95. All right, another one coming up. I had this one. I got this one at a garage sale, but I remember I got a camera and this. And I know I paid $21 for all of this. It was like $1 a piece. And these were Ashton Drake heirloom ornaments. Took me a while. Thought I was going to do better on them. I really didn't. I did good. I thought I could get $150 to $175. I got $110. The buyer paid $19.95. So I'm not complaining. I did hold on to them for a while. And the one bad thing about this is you've got to wrap each one individually for shipping. So that's kind of a pain. But it made it. And buyer paid $20 for shipping. All right, this was a Hope Thrift find. And this was $7.99, $8.99 in that range, I'm pretty sure. And this is a Netgear Ready 4-bay network attached server. So it holds 4 drives. And I sold it for $74 and the buyer paid $29.95 for shipping. Some of these online actually had drives in them and you got more money, obviously, because you were getting the drives. But this was empty, $74. All right, this one was a fun one only from the standpoint of I didn't know what I was doing here. So I paid $14, I know that. It was Goodwill. It was a 2010 Star Wars Imperial Walker. This thing was big. It was big. So I paid $14. I think I wanted $109 or something like that. Shipping was $60. That was really the thing I was concerned about because this thing was very awkward to pack. Big box and everything. But I managed to get it packed. It did go almost a distance and it cost the amount of $60 to ship. It was $60. So 80 into 14 into 80, still good. I'm not afraid to ship these big things. This one was probably my most tricky, and it did get there, so it made it. I'm so happy on that. All right, this is some toner. Some Brother TN 350 toner. This was a Savers find, and I believe it was no more than $3.99 each and $68, and it was shipped free. And I got positive feedback received. So another good to sell. Here was another one that I was surprised it took as long as it did to sell. It was a advertising watch, plastic, Lord Spartacus, with the strap fully out. It was 38 inches long. Very cool piece. I believe I paid $12 for it. It's $59.46 and $19.95 shipping. Didn't make a whole lot, but it was very cool. But it did sit around for a few months. All right, here's some. These are some of my favorite ones. You know, you've seen these before. You've heard of the game Cash Flow, the actual board game. That will sell for anywhere between $40 and $70, depending on what you have, new, used, so forth, so on. There's another version. It's Cash Flow, the e-game CD-ROM. It's better if you can find this guy because you'll only pay a couple bucks, and I only paid like $1.99 for this at Savers. Sold it for $67.96. Again, this old software, some of this old software is gold, so keep looking for it. Who would have thought Cash Flow on the CD-ROM would sell for $67.96, but it did. All right, this was another Savers. These were $2.99 each. I remember exactly. These are giant, big chocolate syrup, strawberry syrup, chocolate. Kind of coin banks. They had the plugs. They were kind of newish. They weren't beat up, but couldn't sell them for a great amount of money. Got $44.95, $13.95 shipping. I think the shipping was a little higher. It's light, but it took up some cubes, so it did cost a little bit more. Okay, this is another one. This is kind of, again, this is that old electronic stuff, guys. This here's it was heavy. All I remember is how heavy this was. It was brand new. It's a Geneva audio tape eraser. It's a giant magnet is what it is. It's huge. and it was $7.99 at Goodwill, and brand new in the box. Sold $57.55, and the buyer paid $14.65 for shipping. I'm pretty sure shipping was spot on. And again, who would have thought, right? If you want an audio tape eraser for videotapes, right? You see those things in the movie where somebody needs a tape eraser, they put a big magnet up by it, that kind of thing. Those cop and robber type shows, that kind of thing, crime shows. So anyhow, that's sold for $57.55. And one more here. All right, this is cool. Yeah, this was a vintage pair of brass shell wall lamps and an Art Deco look. I found these at Goodwill, and they had them bundled together for like $8. And I don't know if they knew what they had. I kind of knew. These are kind of those metal lamps that hang from the old Hollywood hotel type things, you know, the hallways. They're very cool. And these sold for a pair at $145. And I remember getting a message from the lady, something that she had moved, and she was so happy to find these. She was going to put them over her bed. Very, very cool. She was very happy. And they sold again for $145. So, pretty cool. All right. Well, there you go. 10 more items that I sold. And we'll just keep doing a couple every other day, kind of put some out there, let you guys check them out. And hope everybody's doing good, and fighting through this, and we will get through it. And once it clears up, there's going to be some stuff that's going to be donated to Goodwills and Savers and thrift stores. It's going to be pretty wild for 3 or 4 weeks, probably. Garage sales. It's going to be fun. You're going to be busy. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon.